Hey guys, it's Lauren from It's the Kellys, your go-to channel if you want to travel often and pack well like I do. We do luggage reviews and packing videos, and I just want to help you pack for your dream trip. So if that sounds like something you need in your life, please subscribe by hitting that subscribe button down below, and also follow us on Instagram because I have a lot more tips and tricks there, and that's where I post a lot of my own personal travel videos. I am beyond excited to show you guys the piece of luggage today, and you guys are just as excited too, and I know it, because as soon as we started loving July luggage, we fell in love with the July trunk. But I had never gotten to review it. It was such a tease because I went to Australia and saw it in person, and I have been dying to review this bag for almost a year, and we finally have one. Now, I did feature it in a packing video a few weeks ago, so some of you guys already got a sneak peek. But today we're gonna, of course, do our in-depth review, show you every single little thing, and I will pack it again, because in case you missed it, I wanna show you what it holds. Now let's get into the July carry-on trunk review. Yay, look at it, you guys. I got the matte brown color, and it is limited edition, and to be perfectly honest, don't get too excited because by the time this video goes live, it is probably going to be sold out, but they do have a ton of other colors, and I'll go over that in just a second. But when I saw this brown vintagey color on the website, I absolutely had to have it. They have just these beautiful 70s vintage vibes. So if you guys don't know, trunk luggage is luggage that is zipperless because it opens with these latches right here. And there are a lot of pros to that, especially if you don't want somebody to be able to easily break into your zipper. I personally love trunk luggage, and I do find it a lot easier to pack with the latches as opposed to a zipper, which is why I wanted this bag for so long. So this bag does come in 5 different core colors. 4 of them are really beautifully glazed on the polycarbonate shell, and those colors are light sand, deep green, coastal blue, and cherry red. And you guys, I saw these in person in the July store, and they are so fabulous. It also has one more core color of matte black. And then there are limited edition colors, and like I said, this is the limited edition brown. They also had a limited edition moss green and a limited edition gray. I really can't say if those are ever going to come back, but there's always limited edition colors coming out, and maybe there'll be another color that fancies you very soon. So this, of course, is a really amazing, unbreakable, unscratchable German polycarbonate shell. And if you guys ever saw my video where I took my July luggage and completely threw it around, you will see that there wasn't a scratch on it. And there still isn't a scratch on it to this day. July luggage is so incredible with their shell. So let's go ahead and get our measurements out of the way. We are going to measure the length, width, and depth, and of course we are going to weigh it as well. So height-wise, including the handle, is about 21 and a half, but the actual body of the suitcase with no handles and no wheels is 20. The depth of it is just under 9. I'm gonna say 8 3/4. And then the width of it, including the handle and these protective feet, is about 14 and a half. Let's go ahead and weigh it with my scale. So it does say on the website that it weighs 8.4 pounds, and that is going to be because of the trunk and because some of the aluminum features. But let's weigh it in person. It is saying 10.2 pounds. So I have no idea what's going on. So that's something kind of interesting because it does say 8.4 and it is completely empty inside. There's nothing packed in it right now. But trunk luggage is usually a little bit more heavy, especially because of the aluminum frame. So do keep that in mind when you're shopping for a trunk. It does also hold 42 liters. which is a great size for a carry-on. All right, so let's go ahead and take a tour. On the side here, it does have the July logo, and then it has this horizontal stripe here. And I like that it's sleek and simple and it doesn't have a lot of loud stuff on the outside. When we turn it this way, this is when you're going to see those latch locks, of course. You have one right here and one right here. And they do open with just the press of a button. Not going to give you a sneak peek. And you can obviously put your TSA lock code in this one and in this one. Now, of course, there is a nice little stretchy handle, very easy to grab. And then you can see this aluminum frame. But on this bag, it has this really fun little yellow color, which I think is a really cool detail. Now, you're going to need a really good frame when it comes to trunk luggage, and that's why most of them have that aluminum frame. It's just going to close easier and keep anything out. Like if it rains or something, everything needs to still be protected inside. Then we're going to move on to the back, and you do have the July logo here on this corner as well. Now, this is where you're going to have your handle, and the button is on top. And right here is where you have that ejectable battery. Push that in, and you can take it out, and then you can go ahead and essentially plug any device into your luggage. Now, I have flown with this embedded into a bag before, and some airlines make you take it out for whatever reason. You can't have it when you check it, but some airlines don't let you have it when you board with a carry-on either. Now, this handle does have 20 different heights, which is wonderful, and it's really nice and sturdy. Moving on to this last side here, you can definitely see that aluminum frame really well now with that yellow color. And then here there are 4 protective feet so that you can go ahead and set your luggage down on any surface and it's not going to get it dirty or mess it up in any way. These wheels are, of course, 360-degree spinner wheels, and they are silent move wheels. And I love that with the trunk, the wheels are color coded. So these are brown because it's brown, but if you're going to get the blue, it's going to be blue. If you're going to get the red, they're going to be red. And I really love that feature. I think it's really aesthetically pleasing. So now let's go ahead and open it and show you the inside details. Press of a button, guys. So easy. And there you have it. Now, I've talked about July's compression before, and it is incredible because these straps are so strong. There's so many other companies out there where the straps are a little bit flimsier, and they do have compression pads that are great, but this is going to really keep everything compressed and compress it down very, very tightly so that you can overpack a little bit if you need to. So this is what they call the Y strap configuration. Now there are leather details on this strap, and then this is leather as well. Go ahead and undo this, and then this is the compression pad, a mesh zipper if you wanted to pack anything in the compression pad, and the other side is just this lining. And then on the inside here, the lining on this bag is water resistant and stain proof. Obviously, there are the little spots for the handle, which is very, very normal on any piece of polycarbonate luggage, obviously. But then this is where the part for the battery is, and it does take up some space. If I were to open up this lining, you will see that it can take a little bit of that depth away, but we're gonna pack it later so that you can see. I'm sure I'll still be able to use my packing cubes on this side, especially with the compression, and be just fine. But it is something that I'd like to point out. For example, the normal depth on this side is about 4.5, but then if you take the depth into consideration where the bank is, you're really only getting about 3.25. Interesting. And then moving on to this side, you guys, this is a little bit of a different feature when it comes to the July bag that we are already familiar with. It does have this little sleeve, which is attached by these buckles in the corners as opposed to a zipper. And I really wonder if they did that just to really take a lot of zippers off of the bag in general, except for, you know, it has this mesh zippered compartment right here and the one on the compression pad. It is nice because these can just completely be removed, and then you open up your bag and you have this packing space. Now there is this little pocket right here with the laundry bag in it. This is the laundry bag. It is water resistant and it is stain resistant, and it does have a zipper on top to be able to put everything in. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it is a really great feature when you're traveling. And then you can stick it in this pocket, or even stick it in the compression pad. The depth on here is about 4 1/4, and there is really nothing that is obstructing your packing on this side. Now, of course, we do have to do our shoe test. You know that we do that with all of our luggage here, because the very first bag I ever reviewed on this channel, one of Brian's shoes did not fit in it, which I thought was ridiculous. This side fits no problem. And then this side, let's check it out. It'll go in right here, no problem. So I will say that this bag does pass the shoe test. All right, now I think it's time to pack. I've got 42 liters that this baby can hold. Let me go get some stuff and I'll show you when I come back. All right, guys, I filled it up. So let me go ahead and show you, and I'm going to be featuring July's packing cells, and this is the 4-pack in the brown color, because it matches the bag. So on this side, I have 2 of the largest cubes, and then press it down and it's nice and flat. And guess what? You can even do a little bit of shopping on your trip and still compress it down. Let's move on to this side, and this is how it's packed. So I have this July packing cell, which is just long and skinny. I also have a pair of shoes. They are women's size 11. They're pretty big. And then I have stacked this smaller July packing cell, which is really great for undergarments, pajamas, swimsuits, that sort of thing. And I put my toiletry bag right on top of it. So this was a really, really great pack, held a lot of stuff, and I feel like I could even pack more. Between the compression system, this other little compression, and the latches, I think this will be a wonderful bag to travel with. All right, now let's go ahead and close it. You just line it up, press the button, and it's closed. Now I'm gonna do something that I usually don't do. I usually don't ever weigh it once it's packed, because personally we all pack different stuff, and being plus size, my clothes may weigh a little bit more than yours, or some people have gear or something like that. But you guys are gonna be concerned about the weight, but this is it holding it over my head. I can totally put it in the overhead bin. Just think of it like you're going to the gym for like 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and weigh it. It is 23.5 pounds filled with all that stuff, which is honestly about the same as most of my bags when I travel. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, guys, so what do you think? Please comment down below and let me know. Did this July luggage hold up to your expectations? Because I know a lot of you have been waiting so long for this review. So let's all chime in and let me know what you think. I definitely want to travel with this at some point this year on one of my many trips, and will of course update you when I do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and follow us on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!